All right, let's push forward and look into details of indices or indexes for a data frame. All right, I'm going to call my data frame one more time, df student, and you see that on the very left column, I have on the very left side of this data frame, I have indices from 0 all the way to 11. By default, when you create a data frame, when you read data from a Excel file, CSV file, and uh, create a data frame, you are going to have that index, right? It's going to be there. Let's have a look at that index. I'm going to say df underscore student data. All right, data index. You see that it's an instance. I'm not going to put a parenthesis in front of it. And it says it starts from 0 all the way to 12 with subsize of 1. You don't have to have indices that are integers. It doesn't have to go from 0 to, in this case, 12, excluding 12. It doesn't even have to be numerical value, right? It could be any value. I'm going to change it in a very interesting manner. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, you know what, df underscore student data index is equal to, I'm going to provide a list. All right, I'm going to provide a list and say it is going to be student. You can list them here. You can say student st1, st2. Let's do it. That's fine. st underscore 2, st. It's all right. Underscore 2. How many do I have? 12 of those. All right, comma. Control C, and let's go change and see if this is enough. Let's go. I didn't count it. 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, this is annoying. 7. We are going to. There is a better way of doing this, and I hope you are realizing that there is a better way, and the answer is right in front of your eyes. There is one more, and that is right here. And if I run this and look at df underscore students, and now instead of 0 all the way to 11, I have st underscore 1 to 12. What if you had 1 million of those? Are you going to write manually all of this? No. We have learned something called list comprehension. We are going to use list comprehension for here. All right. Let me see. df underscore student dot index is equal to, it's a list comprehension. I'm going to first put a string here, student. That's not student. Student. That's fine. Underscore plus string of I. So it's going to be an integer number for I in a range of. I can write a range from 1 to 0 to 12. All right, you can do this. But the problem with this is that this is not, and you don't even need a 0. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's call 1 to 13. All right. You can do that. Let's have a look at this. And df underscore student. Now you have a student 1 all the way to a student 12. You can do this, but this is a little bit not flexible. What do I mean? Again, you have to count how many rows do you have, right? There is a way of finding that, and we have seen that, right? Let me remind you what I'm talking about. df underscore student. We looked at, remember we looked at shape, all right? And shape gave me 12, 6. Yep. Let's see if we can use that. I'm going to go back and change the index one more time. df index is equal to, it's going to be list comprehension. This time, just to see if it works, I'm going to say student, this time with capital letters, all right, underscore, and with some space, plus str of I for I, in a range of 1 to df underscore student dot shape of what? Shape very first one, that 12, right? Very first one, that's a tuple. I'm accessing that very first element of that tuple. That shape plus 1, all right? And if I run this, I'm going to look at df student, and it should have student 1 all the way to student 12. Now, sometimes you want to go back to that zero-based indices. What do? Well, let's see. df underscore student data. There's a function called reset index, right? If I do reset index, something interesting happened. Again, on the left side, I have indices 0 to 11. But then that indices that I had, the very initial ones, these ones, capital student underscore 1 all the way to 12, and now they are part of my actual columns, and they have a column header name is index. Well, sometimes you don't want that. If you don't want that in reset underscore index, you are going to say drop is equal to true. Drop the current index and give me zero-based indices. That's it. Let me call df underscore student. They are back. All right. The reason again is that this is just a view of that data frame, and it is not in place. If you want it to be in place, well, we are going to say df underscore student dot reset index. Drop is equal to true, and if you just type in and press tab, it's going to bring in place. In place is equal to true, and run it. Let's look at df underscore student, and that's it. So that the column of index is gone. I'm back to zero-based indices.